Hey folks, Rob here, and I did it again. As you can see, I have another Hatfield box here in front of me. Went out to Walmart. I've actually had this gun about 2 weeks, and I just hadn't got around to doing a video on it. I've been working quite a bit. Haven't been feeling the best, so just some things held me up from doing this video, but I've had this gun a couple weeks, and I've just been holding off to do this video. But I was out at Walmart looking for some ammo, like I do a lot of mornings when I'm off. Go out there, and as you know, I recently purchased the Hatfield 12 gauge. Well, I've been looking for a 20 gauge semi-automatic, and so when I went out there the other morning, they had this Hatfield in 20 gauge. They also had it in 28 gauge, and I debated as to whether, I've never owned a 28 gauge, but I know that ammo is available for it, so I debated on whether buying this or the 28 gauge and trying a 28 gauge. I honestly considered buying both of them at the same time. I tossed around the idea of just buying them both while we were there. But anyway, I walked out with this one, and this is the Hatfield SAS semi-automatic 20 gauge shotgun. And inside the box here, you receive, it come with this little orange piece of crap trigger lock and a couple Allen wrenches to put it on with. It did come with your this is register your shotgun within 30 days, so that's telling you about your warranty. And then it does have a color manual here. Tells you the parts and, you know, the breakdown diagram. So pretty good little manual. And it did come with the interchangeable chokes. So this one came with the set of 3 interchangeable chokes. It came with a full modified and improved cylinder. So that came in the box, and a choke tube wrench. And that's pretty well what's all in the box. We didn't come here to see the box, so let's slide this out of here. Came in this plastic bag, and you know, I bought this one without really checking it out too closely in the store, because I'd previously bought the 12 gauge version, and you know, but I can tell you right now, this one is not, the fit and finish on this one is not hardly as good as it is on the 12 gauge. And that's not saying a lot, because, you know, the 12 gauge doesn't have an outstanding finish on it either. So throw that box over there, get that out of the way. So when you get your gun, this does have a Turkish walnut stock, they call it. I'm going to pull the bolt handle to the rear. I'll push this up. You have to push this little lever up, and that will allow you to lock the bolt back. Pull this rubber piece off. That's just in there in shipping to keep this from going through the box and puncturing the box. And you do have a chamber flag. Now this gun is chambered in 2 3/4 and 3 inch. Here's your bolt release. And yeah, after I got this one home, I noticed the stock's pretty nice. It's got a decent rubber butt pad. Try to get you a good look at it there. The stock is fairly nice. Try to give you a good look. Now this gun is as dirty and oily and nasty out of the box as the 12 gauge was. Got the fiber optic bead sight there. Take a look at this side. Give you a little close look at it. I'd been wanting a 20 gauge for a while though. It does come with one of these annoying stickers on the back, on the barrel, which are sometimes hard to get off without leaving residue. But this is a gas operated. Well, from what I gather, these are a hybrid, is what they call them. A gas assisted inertia. Now this one, the gas system works a little differently than the 12 gauge. The 12 gauge had it had a locking ring that screwed down in front of this and actually held this on where this one doesn't. So when you pull the boat back to the rear, and you can simply just pull your barrel out. And then on your gas piston, you have a single metal ringed piston there that fits in your chamber. And then you have your operating rod, which this is a combination of inertia and gas. This is a short stroke piston system. From what I've read about this operating system on this, it's kind of a hybrid between a purely gas operated and an inertia. This only moves about an inch, and it just moves far enough to push this back to start the recoil or the rearward movement of your bolt. So this moves about an inch, and that pushes this operating rod back, which in turn causes the bolt to go forward. You do have your recoil spring, which is housed in the stock. Something like some of the gas operated guns. Now this gun, like I said, it is not as finished as good. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it right there or not, but there's some chatter marks in those grooves right there. Look like the the bit on the machine was getting a little dull, and there's some chatter marks in there. It's dirty. It's going to have to be thoroughly cleaned before I shoot it. Of course, all these, both the Hatfields I have purchased have been extremely oily and dirty from the factory. But anyway, it's a pretty simple design. Really all you have is your barrel, your piston, your operating rod. Does come with a plug in there to plug it to 3 rounds. So if you want to shoot more than 3, you can take that out. In order to remove your bolt, you would simply let your bolt go home. You have to line up your notch on this operating rod. It pulls right out, and then this slides right out the front of your gun. And it does use, here is your rod that goes back into your recoil spring and your bolt. The lug on the bolt looks good and well defined. Doesn't look like it's rounded over. Looks pretty good machining on that. Your carrier, look how dirty that is. I don't know if you can see that or not. That thing's filthy. I mean, it's filthy. Your firing pin. And that's pretty well your bolt carrier. To reinsert it, you just put it back into your gun. It slides right in like that. We'll make sure your bolt is in the unlocked position when it goes back. Well, you want to have it. Let's try this again. So make sure your bolt is sitting on your carrier and the bolt is down, not up. If you see when I push that forward, so you want it in the forward position. insert it into your firearm, and we'll push it back. Making sure that our bolt stays forward. I'm trying to do this where you all can see it and I can see it too. Let's try putting this in. Okay. And we are on our spring now, so our rod is back in. We can lock our bolt to the rear. Put our operating rod back on. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Made that look very amateurish. So anyway, that's pretty well it. Your forearm is wood. I mean, it's actually pretty nice wood. So put it back together. You slide your forearm on, getting it lined up over the end. And back in, make sure it's seated back into the housing there. This is down. And reinstall your magazine cap. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, guys, just another look at the Hatfield SAS 20 gauge. Like I said, I'm going to take it apart and clean it while I'm out here. I'm not going to bother y'all with that because I've already done one cleaning video on the Hatfield, and this is so much similar that it's, you know, I'm not going to do another one. Next video you see of this gun, we'll have it out back shooting it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody. We'll put some rounds through this gun here in a little bit. So let me get it cleaned up, and next video you see, maybe not the next video you see, I got a couple planned for probably upload before this one. Me and my daughter got some stuff planned. She's got a special unboxing to do. Mark Thomas, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. I got a very special gift to my daughter Maisie for her barkeep from Mark, and it's going to be awesome, I know, because I know Mark, his work is just outstanding, and we're going to get that done, try to do that this evening, and get that one uploaded, get this one uploaded, and we plan on shooting our barkeeps and doing a little shooting this evening, maybe if we can. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've rambled on too long. I appreciate y'all, and until the next video, we'll see you later.